All right, the Georgia Bulldogs are the national champions. That's awesome. That's a really great thing for the program, for the state, everything. But that means they're going to lose a lot of players. So I'm going to look at what the running back position is going to look like in 2022. As of right now, there's still some moving pieces, but I have somewhat of an idea of what it's going to look like, and you guys can let me know if you agree or not. Ryan Curley from Dog Post here. Just giving you a little commentary about the national championship Bulldogs and what they may look like next season at certain positions. I'll probably do this for a few different positions over the course of maybe the next month or so. If you guys like that, let me know. But and honestly, it may be a little bit too early for me to be making a video like this, but that's what I'm doing right now. So, and side note, check out dogpost.com. All sorts of stuff going on over there for you guys. Inside information. Our exclusive book titled DAWGSTRUCTION that we are working on and will be out for you. It's available for pre-order. Will be out for you in a few weeks. DAWGSTRUCTION. I think you're going to really want to get that book as I drink my tea. So, James Cook already announced that he is going to the NFL. He's gone. So Zamir White, I would imagine, unless I have just missed something completely, Zamir White is not made his decision quite yet, but I imagine that he is going to do the same thing. I think he will get drafted. I think James Cook will get drafted. So if we're assuming things, you have Cook gone, you have Zamir White gone. So left over, that leaves you with the three guys that got quote-unquote significant touches. I wouldn't say some of them were significant, but Kenny McIntosh, Kendall Moton, and Dejon Edwards. And those are three very capable running backs. RBU, they like to churn it out in Athens, Georgia. But you look at those three, and then you're getting a top 50 player in running back Branson Robinson out of Mississippi. Now, not a lot of freshman running backs for Georgia get significant touches. We haven't, that's happened a little bit over the years. We've seen DeAndre Swift, have a role. We've seen Nick Chubb have a role. We've seen Todd Gurley probably had the biggest role from a freshman. And then I think Isaiah Crowell back in the day. That's a throwback. But Branson Robinson's good, man. And I've never met a high schooler that is as built as he is. I mean, he made me look like a little twig, and I'm older than him. But Branson Robinson, he's a shorter back, but I mean, he is an absolute freak. I mean, there's a lot of freaks in sports, and some are freakier than others, and there's a lot of freaks on the Georgia Bulldogs. He's going to be one of them. He is a little tank, a little bowling ball. I think that's the way he runs. I think he's going to be good. And he's going to be right in there with McIntosh, Milton, and Edwards. And I think it's going to be a very capable running back room. I don't see any issue. I think James Cook was the most valuable running back for Georgia this season. Zamir White was not the talent that he was in high school, and that's really unfortunate. He was still a very, very good player. And obviously he led the team in yards. I mean, you're losing it. This is still an assumption that White's gone. Obviously, if he decides he's coming back for some reason, which I doubt, I'll make a new video and I'll discuss this in a different manner. But you got Zamir White, 856 yards, 11 touchdowns, and James Cook, 728 yards and 7 touchdowns, and that's not accounting for the receiving from James Cook. I gotta get that number for you guys. 284 yards and 4 touchdowns. That's a lot of production using a running back. When has it ever been an issue for Georgia, though? Has it? I mean, they always churn out somebody new. And I've had some arguments, quote-unquote arguments with people recently about this. But they think that some of them are in the know, some of them aren't. But they all think that Kendall Milton will be the feature back next year. And I think he very well could. I think he's probably the most talented running back out of those probable 4 for next year, but we've just seen so much more from Kenny McIntosh. He's been around an extra year. I think Kenny McIntosh is a little bit more versatile. I think if there's a feature back, I don't think that's going to be the case. I think they're going to rotate the way they always have. But I think it'll be Kenny McIntosh right there will get the most touches. That's my prediction. So I'm calling this January 13th of 2022 that Kenny McIntosh will be the leader of the running back room. He'll be a senior. It's gonna make sense, and he's the most versatile. He can even throw a touchdown. We saw that in the Orange Bowl against Michigan. We've seen him catch touchdowns. I've seen he's got a very good one cut and go. He's versatile, and the Dogs are gonna need that. So, and then you have Dejon Edwards, who he's kind of a slicer and dicer, man. He really can hit those holes and just get upfield. And we haven't seen a lot of them, but we've seen him do really well in garbage time. So I'd like to see that translate to more important touches next year, and I think it will. So assuming that Zamir White's out, we already know that James Cook's out. That's what we're going to get. If Zamir White decides to come back, which I doubt, I'll reevaluate this for you guys. But remember, DAWGSTRUCTION, keep going to the site. The celebration is this Saturday, and we'll have all sorts of coverage for you. I'll be taking videos and stuff like that. So just be ready to check it out. All right.